Hello everyone, it's Leon here, and I have got the Old City, Leviathan, which is a story game essentially. I'm just going to start it up now because it takes a little while to load. It's pitched as the only two characters in this game are the person you're playing and the city itself, so there's sort of nothing really to do except sort of explore and sort of navigate and try and find out what's happened to this city or what this city is. I had a little bit of a play on it the other day just to sort of get to grips with it, but I'm going to sort of go through it now for about half an hour or so, see what we find. What I've learned so far is that it's very slow to move around. There's no run button, which is kind of annoying, and there's a lot of sort of dialogue and stuff that's sort of stuck on the walls or in extra notes. We'll see those in a minute. There's a lot of storytelling that's like written down on paper, which feels more like a book than a game. But we'll have a go. This is the first chapter. So you play this sewer-dwelling isolationist, I think is the term the game sort of press uses, who's come out of the sewer for some reason and is now going to sort of explore this mysterious abandoned city. And he talks to himself. I think he's talking to the city.
Hello again.
Here we go.
I guess it's time for us to chat, as is our routine. Not to imply that this is unwanted. In fact, I think I'm growing rather fond of you. You and I have shared a grand nothingness, and I feel as though your belly is a suitable embassy amidst the unknown above.
So, yeah, it's quite pretty. It's quite nice to sort of look around. As I say, you can only move at 2 speeds, so there is slow. Oh, that's jump, sorry. I don't know why there's a jump, but that's slow and that's slower. Those are your options. I'm guessing the developers felt like they had to sort of force the story on you, and running around would break that, but I wouldn't mind being able to move a little bit faster. Yeah, basically it's all about kind of exploring and trying to work out what's going on. You see these things quite often, so those little words on the wall will change.
Do you want me here? I know the question must seem odd, if not insulting, but I really must ask. You seem distant as of late.
So yeah, I think he's having a conversation with the city, or there's someone always behind me I can't see. And even now, like I've only played like about 5 minutes into it just to check the buttons. I keep hitting shift to run, because in this little area you sort of start in. There's a few, well, not dead ends. You go down a corridor. There's something at the end of it, and then you have to turn around and come back. And it would be nice to move a little bit faster. But a lot of it is quite sort of evocative. It's quite interesting. Just very slow, and for a game that relies on your ability to move through it to sort of move the story along, being tied to quite a slow pace makes the game quite slow. At least you can't die, so you don't have to worry about ladders.
Please do not take offense. Your words sometimes frighten me. Even in the complete safety of a ballet to myself, there are places like this that I do not want to know.
So this is what I was talking about as well. So you can find these things scattered around. I think they're called Solomon's Notes. And if I go in here, you'll discover that it is a small essay. I have to be honest, I haven't read any of this. It just goes on forever, because if I'm playing a story-based game, I expect to find the story in the game. This sort of stuff is nice for additional content, like Alien Isolation. I read loads of those emails about sort of Seegson buyouts and business stuff, because they were interesting and they added to a world, you know, as an additional piece of content. Here they seem to be...
Would you be angry with me if I removed his work? I'm not exactly a fan. Before I assumed this portion of your stomach, he existed as a parasite, eating away at your flesh before making his escape. I'm told that he refused to accept the sustenance you haul in from the outside. Some say he went insane after attempting to live off of the unclean water. Poor fool.
Yeah, I actually quite like, you know, him talking. I quite like. That's sort of what I expect. But in this one room alone, we've got what, 5 pieces of paper in that enormous kind of Solomon's Note essay. This actually, so far, is about as far as I've really pushed, is this sort of little area here just to check how stuff worked. But yeah, it would be nice if the story was more in the game at this point. I don't know if they're trying to, you know, build tension or sort of make it feel like there's something coming, but at the moment there's nothing actually happening, so tension is hard to develop.
Shall I ascend to your lungs and feel your breath? I think that would be lovely.
I also can't help but think that whoever's doing the voice acting is doing his best Agent Smith impression. Just hear that kind of, you know, Mr. Anderson kind of drawl going on in there. This is only like a demo build. I think it's like the first 4 chapters. I guess that explains why the load times are a little bit long. Okay.
Simple little animals, aren't they? Filthy, no doubt, but can you really blame them? I suppose that if I were to hate them for their nature, I would be just as filthy. It's an odd position. To hate a rat for being a rat is to make oneself a rat all the same.
Oh, that is a lot of graffiti. There's down there an eye motif going on here. It is cleaner than ladies. Oh, why did that move? Must be seeing things. Bullet holes on the door, and I guess these must be bullet casings, even though they look more like cigarettes. gun. It's like someone's keeping watch, maybe. Bring on one of those notes. How big is this one? It's huge. I'm not going to read that. So I think I'm going to go that way just because it looks closer. The speed this character moves, it'll take forever to get down there.
I don't think I'm a particularly condescending person. I'm just frustrated. I don't understand why we have to keep doing this. This conflict. Unfortunately, telling a group of people what they're doing incorrectly communicates that you yourself are doing that thing correctly. If only that were true. If only I was above this, rather than beneath everything.
Okay, GI pictures. So there's been some kind of war then, we've got a gun. Let's talk about prisoners and execution over there. I guess we go down the long corridor. Oh, this better not be a dead end. No, can't for that. What is it with all the eyes?
What is this?
I thought there was going to be more there, like an answer. Ooh. Something's happening.
What are you protecting me from? I must see it. I must see what they've done. I must see the extent of Nineveh's fruits, and I must see what they've done to you. Tarshish is nothing but a distant glimmer on the banks of void. There is nowhere now but you, and you must let me explore your guts like the parasitic worm I am. Let me see the decay. Let me see the stagnation.
Okay.
Leviathan! Open these doors! Open them now!
Ooh. Okay, well that's some story happening right there.
What have they done?
What the hell's going on here? Sort of pretty sure there's no one else in this game apart from me. But if she moves, I am going to fucking scream. No, that's a relief.
I've had enough. I'm sorry.
Oh, wait, what?
You were right. I'm not ready. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. It's a horrible cycle, this existence. I reach out to connect with them. Again and again I try, only to discover that nothing has changed. So I return home. Progression is lost, and I restart the cycle. I just want to sail.
Huh. Weird. Is this... If he says restart the cycle, I wonder if this is going to be sort of Stanley Parable type of thing where it loops around. Okay, where do we go? Wait, what? Oh. What is going on? Okay, so I guess we don't go down the murder stairs. So that's where I went before. There's another exit. I just wish you could run. I just want to move a bit faster. It's right now, does it say? It's not even English. Oh. I was not sure what they were for a minute. The music's doing something. Humble servant of the greater eye, so maybe that's what all this eye stuff is. Yeah, the greater eye. No idea. There's another
It's
exit.
funny how they all hoard the same supplies. All of it from the old city, and all of it wasted.
Right, some stairs going up.
Would you grant me another ascent? I've explored your innards. Let me scale your back.
That's a lot of stairs. I have no idea what's going on. I'm sort of interested. Like when you find a room full of minced up bodies, you kind of want to know what's behind it all. Four chapters, right.
It's always struck me as odd that evil is never self-aware. I mean, the most horrendous actions, these conglomerate endeavors of warring cabals, are caused by the best intentions. So all that's left is this grand suspicion of idiocy. Good intentions are moot under the control of a ludicrously stupid idea. But my contribution is hardly an appropriate contrast. I would like to argue that my contribution is non-existent, and thus superior to their negative impact. But the truth is, we're all infinitely terrible for not contributing at all, be it through neutrality or detriment.
Okay. Bullet holes, more guns. A hat, helmet, yes. And that's crowbar. That definitely means some kind of war. Or just like a really good party. We're on the coast. Strange. What's the stars, Scorpion? Is astrology not allowed? Or science, maybe? To remind myself it's not a horror game. I don't have to worry about something jumping out at me, I hope. Oh, those boxes.
Perhaps I should kill myself. It's a rather funny thought, actually. The standard reason for suicide entails depression, a sad portrait of a weak mind. But my desire for death is far more utilitarian. I feel as though I am useless, and I gather that this feeling is similar to what the others have felt. I do not suppose that any of them felt any particular brand of gloom before the end.
From?
Just a single shade of grey. At any rate, I prefer this situation to its emotional alternative. We Minotaurs are only different in that we're honest. We see what our species has become. We see the disease, and we see that there's no cure. What then? Should I linger until I grow old and die, affecting nothing and assuming the role of sewage? No. I'm beginning to feel as though the only honorable route is a swift end. Time has changed from an agent of death to an agent of cleanliness, wiping away existence like some sort of cosmic and crematory disposal. And I best incinerate myself before the universe is forced to deal with me through age.
It's very bleak. What is deep. Oh, why won't you let me run? At least a gentle jog. To negativity. Drinking from Sheol. Back up. Wait, you meant to go into the light or away from it? What will Caroline do? They're moving. What is going on? Wait. Is that me? Am I dead? Only in heavy rain. That's definitely the room I was in before, because I was looking at the map and the razor blade. So, am I dead or? Okay, now you stop talking when there's something to explain. Very thin stairs. Wait, they weren't here before, were they? That's a... So I wonder if I'm drifting through time or something, because they were definitely not there. Or did I not see them? Maybe I'm blocking them out. I'm crazy enough to talk to a city, so pretending to not see bodies seems viable. Pay for the camera. I think this is there's 4 chapters in this, so this must be the end. I'm guessing obviously as it's a demo build, there won't be any kind of resolution or any sort of explanation. And I'm in the creepy child's room again.
I don't know why we exist in self-destroying structure. We all share a fondness for that which is correct, and we're all certain that we have it. But there must be a way for that loyalty to flourish without burning the last shreds of coexistence between our species. That is, a species that is primarily defined by its diversity. I don't know if I'm arrogant for assuming that my desire for progress is any indication of my task as a catalyst, but I tried to find Tarshish already. Only in my attempted escape did you find me, and I do not believe that you found me without reason.
Okay, we've got floating rocks in the sky. So we're not on Earth. What's that? It's a giant hand and a giant foot. Looks like bloody Whiterun out of Skyrim. Sitting on a statue. Okay. Big stone cowman floating in space. I guess I have to go this way because it's the only option. Why don't the doors open anymore? Or is it just an instant load? I thought that was a painting and it's not, is it? It's moving. Okay. I'll go up the edge. Oh, can I? Oh, yes, I can. Oops. Ooh. Okay, you can die. What if I continue? Okay, as a pro tip, don't walk off the edge of things, generally. It's like a good rule for life, really. Oh, see, this is where I'd really like to be able to run.
I don't know why
Get
we
back to where
exist
I
in
was.
self-destroying structure. We all share a fondness for that which is correct, and we're all certain that we have it. But there must be a way for that loyalty to flourish without burning the last shreds of coexistence between our species. That is, a species that is primarily defined by its diversity. I don't know if I'm arrogant for assuming that my desire for progress is any indication of my task as a catalyst, but I tried to find Tarshish already. Only in my attempted escape did you find me, and I do not
There's nothing
believe
in
that
there
you
except
found me
giant
without
bird
reason.
thing. Anything down here? No.
These dreams act as mirrors, like passive portraits of the complexities of the human mind, They paint self, just as ideas paint the universe. Dreams truly are the most honest form of introspection, even if I can only use them as an escape.
Okay. Nowhere else to go, is there? So the room with the giant bird monster must be the end. Unless I missed a door in there. It is all sort of very magical looking, which I quite like. Let's get back in here.
Of course, if this mirror is to be trusted, then I'm just as vile as the others. The contrast between my reality and this one tells me that I do not belong here. The only thing I have that they do not is a fondness for this new world.
Okay. Definitely nothing else to do. Okay, well there you go, that's the old city, Leviathan. I have no idea what's going on. I kind of like it. It's very slow. Like, just the movement speed alone is torturously slow. But I like whatever the hell that is, and I'm sort of interested in finding out why any of this is happening. I did hear they were talking about splitting it into 3 games because there was too much of it, which, to be honest, I think if it keeps up this pace, will be huge. But yeah, be interested to find out more. Like if you'd like, subscribe, and leave a comment, and I'll answer any questions. And this is me and the giant house-hugging bird saying goodbye.
He's got a really big swinging sword attack, which is, I think, a one-hit kill. And it always goes on for a couple of swings more than you're anticipating.
Make sure you die a lot. Seriously, die all the time or you won't see the different respawn animations. Some of them are like shinies that only show up a few times, others appear constantly. But if